Hi guys, welcome to the brand new segment on my channel I'm calling Gaming Experiences. It's just basically me reviewing a bunch of games that I wanted to review for a very long time and a few gaming items here and there if I get to pick them up. So I hope you guys stay tuned for future updates on the channel, and let's get into this gaming review.
Answer the call of the demon blade. Thirsty to draw and drink blood. Witness the fate of those who've drawn the demon blade.
Hi guys, today we're going to be reviewing one of my favorite V games, and that's Muramasa, the Demon Blade. Let's get into it. Muramasa, or Oribori Muramasa as it's known in Japan, is an action role-playing game. Think Streets of Rage mixed with a little bit of Chrono Trigger, and you get a basic idea how you should go into this game playing Muramasa the Demon Blade. The main story setting is a island on province in Japan called Honshu, and this province is tied up with these demonic blades called the Demon Blades, of course, and the shogun, who thirsts for power to get these demon blades, and other samurai to get these demon blades, turn people mad and allow them to do bad things to others, like kill others, and also it controls them to kill themselves afterwards. So it's a really bloodthirsty blade, like how they have this setup. It's set up just like any anime or manga that you're going to read in, and the story and visuals and sound reflect that as we get into that. You play as Momoe and Keisuke, a ninja and a girl respectively, tie up in this middle of this conflict, and you have to play both sides of the story to get the general bits of it. Now, I'm not going to ruin the story for you, and that's all the bits I'm going to give you. You have to find out more about the story yourself. It's a very interesting piece, and when you really find out who's the real bad guy in the situation, you'll be surprised. So, let's go ahead and get into some gameplay.
First things first, hit up the tutorial. Learn the basics. Trust me, you'll need it. There's certain things the tutorial teaches you that you need to know. And if you do not know these things, when you're going up against certain bosses, they are going to kick your butt. So my suggestion is to pick up the tutorial. Now that you got the basic idea of how the game flows, let me tell you what everything in the tutorial teaches you does in and outside of battle. First, before we get into battle, let's talk about the 3 ways to control the game, which is remote and nunchuck, classic controller, and the GameCube controller. I just think that the classic controller is not the way to go. You see my mitts are fairly big, and the remote and the nunchuck is just a waste of time. Just don't even bother with it. The best way to control this game was built for the GameCube controller in mind, and I suggest playing with the GameCube controllers. That's because you're going to get the best playing experience with the GameCube controller. Trust me on this one, guys. Okay, small controller rant over. Onto the gameplay. First, some actions you can do while you are in battle. First, you need to learn and respect the stance. The stance allows you to block attacks, and if you press A just at the right time, you can carry back projectiles back at the opponent, which the game calls repel and return. Then there's the running slash. The running slash is when you hold the button, push to the left, and you dash in the direction that you push. You can do up to 3 dashes in the air or in the ground. These dashes are to extend your combo plays and to get out of tight situations. Please use them sparingly because you only have 3, and if you're caught without your dashes in the air, you can't block in the air, and it will put you at a very bad disadvantage. Try to use dashes of extending combos and catching people when they drop out of your combo. That's what you need to use the dashes to. People use and abuse dashes, and then they find out they're not playing the game up to par and they want to know why. That's because you have not been using your dashes appropriately. I can't stress this enough. You have to use your dashes appropriately, or you're not going to get the most of the gameplay and you're going to suck. Now, Let me talk with dashes with unbreakable. Let's get into unbreakable attack. Now, unbreakable attacks are basically what we call the equivalent. You can't hit the monster while it does what it does. Basically, you can't do anything towards it. If you try, you're gonna break your sword and you're gonna accrue a lot of damage. Um, the unbreakable attacks are signaled by the monsters, so you have to look for the signs of when they're gonna announce their unbreakable attack. And when they do it, you just jump out the way. It's a very big wind-up attack, just like your own, which I'm gonna get into afterwards. But it breaks your sword. You don't want it. It's not fun times. Now there is your also unbreakable attack, which is your drawn back slash, which is done by holding down the A button, in the stance position, but pressing down on the control pad, then releasing the A button and doing a charge up attack. This doesn't use any soul power, and its main use is for breaking, blocking enemies' swords and blocking enemies' stances. There are the advanced moves like Quick Draw and Secret Art. Quick Draw is just how it sounds. It's a quick draw of the blade out of its self. You have the ability to do Quick Draw when you see your swords light up. When you use your Quick Draw, it attacks all enemies that are currently on screen and damage them for a lot of damage and potential damage that your sword can do while it's drawn from its self. You only have one quick draw until it recharges itself, and when it recharges itself, the swords at the top will flash a bright white, and you'll be able to use your quick draw again. This is for only to get out of tricky situations when you're in a bind and a lot of people are attacking you and you're getting pummeled on. It's supposed to even out the odds and put you back in an advantage situation where you can continue your combos. Secret arts are just as they sound. There are the secret arts the swords can use. Now, secret arts and the blades, the demon blades themselves, are special. Each demon blade has a particular secret art, and the particular secret art does damage in battle, or does a specific move, or gives you a specific buff in battle. There's some demon blades that are really great for battle, and their secret art is really good and good for taking out multiple enemies, good for taking out one enemy, good for raining down projectiles. There's so many different secret arts, and it's up to you to find out the ones that you like in your arsenal and keep on using them. Also, the demon blades also have hidden abilities, which are the actual effects the blades have on you. Like there's one effect on the blade that gives you more income, one that gives you XP boost, and there's a multiple other ones that gives you good effects and mediocre effects to help you outside of battle and gives you a minor buff in battle. So you need to know which blades you want to use for what specific time. If you need some money and you need to grind up some money, you put on the XP, the income blade, and you slash away. For more XP, you want to gain more levels fast, you put on the XP boost blade and then go ahead and do that too. And you need to find the right blade for the right situation, and every blade is not going to work for every boss battle or every situation or even every specific enemy. So I always recommend changing around blades when you get the chance, and you'll make brand new blades when you forge them to test out all the blades and see what works for you and what doesn't. Now let's get into some advanced tips and tricks that you can learn in the game that you can continue to be at the top of your game when you play this game. Now, when you play this game, you're gonna experience the combo bar system. This combo, as long as you keep hitting the enemy, the combo is going to keep going up. The enemy's aim is to lick you out or stop you from continuing the combo. So some are going to do certain attacks to get you to break your combo. But the higher your combo is, the more score you get, the better your score is, and the better XP you get, the better amount of money you get, and the better amount of soul power you get. Now, soul power is basically what you use along with spirit power, which I'll get into soon, to use to forge your blades. Your blades are forged on spirit and soul, yin and yang, basically, and allows you to forge brand new blades. But be careful, even if you can forge a blade, the blade will tell you that you're not able to wield it. So if you're not able to wield a blade and you're able to forge it, that means that you are on the level and you need to go ahead and grind up to get to a certain level to take care of to get the sword in your possession. And it's a smart way of your game telling you you're on the level you need to grind a little bit more, basically. Also, you need to know how to extend your combos. Using your dash attacks wisely and using your quick draw in situations where they have many enemies, and using your slash and your secret arts to extend your combos until you get bigger and bigger and bigger combos. The bigger the combo, the more money you get, the more XP you get, the faster you level up. Trust me. That's how the game works. The game works on a basic combo system, but it doesn't work the way you want all the time. So as I said, experience with more swords, experience with more techniques, and find what works for you. Now, onward to the visual flow of the game. Now, this game is absolutely beautiful. I love that they captured the old Japanese portraits and breathe new life into what it means to have great art, not only in the game but in general. The broad roads, the towns, the cities, the mountains, the forests, all feel of an old Japanese tale, and perfectly. I find myself just stopping and taking it all in. So great, and the artists did a great job. I would like to just thank the artists for these works. They're amazing. I mean, if you just sit down and look at some of the detail working and some of the stuff that went into making this game, it's going to blow your mind. And I know Vanillaware does good work. They've been doing good work for years. So, but it takes a little while to get this visual style. I understand that, and that's why they don't have many games under their belt. But the games they do have are really great. And that's what I like about them. And they capture all the Japanese paintings fairly well in the representation of this game, and that's why when I recommend people ask me to recommend a good game to play that has a lot of visual effects, not graphical visual effects, I tell them to play Muramasa BrvtVs. It's one of the best looking games on the Wii that you will ever play. Trust me. And I say this because I love this game a lot. Also, you know what is really good with awesome visuals? A damn good ass soundtrack. This soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks you would ever hear. No, not to say that a soundtrack that you will listen to your prior work, or maybe, but it's not really a soundtrack that you keep on your iPod or you listen constantly again and again and again. But there are a few tracks there that would warrant a nice listen once or twice on the playlist. I really like the soundtrack, but you know what else is good in tandem to the soundtrack is the sound direction. The way how they kept the Japanese voice actors for the actual game lends to its authenticity, and I love that about this game. I mean, I'm no expert when it comes to Japanese voice acting, but some of this voice acting that I hear, I can't tell the difference from them talking in this game and me listening to an actual Japanese kung fu movie or a Japanese movie in general. It sounds really good, and I really can't tell the difference. And I just want to say there's some great voice acting here, and it really lends to the sound being one of the best sounding games on the Wii U. Not only the soundtrack wise, but just sound in general. And I really thank them for keeping in the voice acting, because I don't think I would like this game as much if they didn't keep the original voice acting. It really brings the experience together, and you'll understand because when you're talking to the people, because you do talk to the people in the game, you hear that voice acting, you hear them talking to each other and bouncing off of each other, and it sounds so fluid, and it flows just like how the paintings and the game and the backgrounds flow. The music flows, and the voice acting flows, and everything flows together to create an authentic Japanese um folktale story, and that's what they were going for, and I think they succeeded on that front. But no, I want to go ahead and explain to you why I don't like this game that much. I want to go ahead and explain why I don't like this game that much is because of certain things, but I want to get into that at a different time.
Guys, on closing talks, Muramasa Blade is an excellent game, and you guys should actually buy this game. This is one of my favorite Wii games, and I highly recommend this title to anybody that's getting into Wii collecting on a whole. But there are some things I do not like about this game. So the experience is muddled by the fact that you've got to use the map. The map! I hate the map. The map is a deterrent, and how they made the map. I understand how the game designer went into making the map, but it was not pulled off properly. Now, any point you pull up the map using the Z button, you can trigger it with the Z button on the GameCube controller. That's how I trigger the map. You could the map comes up like this on the screen, like this, or it comes up on the screen full, or it comes up in the screen just part ways. No point do you print out this map. It's fun. It just covers the whole screen in full mode, and then like a little bit mode so you can at least see the screen and enjoy the visuals. You don't know where you're going. You hardly know where you're going. The flag indicator could be ruined because certain flags are not what you think, where they think they are, and you're running all over the place. Especially if you just want to run through the game as fast as possible. Now, that little map does force you to explore the whole entire map in the whole, but it takes away from the experience that if you want to know where you're going, you don't know. You have to pull up that full screen map and look. And it really detracts from the game in the whole, and I really hate it. And it would muddle the experience. It muddled the experience for me, and I know this is going to be a sticking point to anybody else that takes my recommendation and goes and play the game. They're going to say that map is horrible, dude. How could you play this game? But yes, map is bad. I am one to state that yes it is, but it's not a breaking point. Pulling up the map was good, but after pulling down the map again, I took in the visuals even more and experienced more of the world. Another thing is the flow of battle and the flow of progression has not been handled well. The RPG elements were handled great. The RPG leveling system and how you should level the game as it gets progressively harder was not. Like, take for instance, there's a big jump from the second boss to the third boss. The fourth boss is okay, but then there's another big jump again from the fourth boss to the fifth boss. And if you do not grind it out, you are going to get your butt kicked. I suggest this doing one of the side missions, grind till you get at least level 15 for you to have a steady progression curve. If you just wanted to go through the game naturally without doing any of the side quests or any of the little mini missions that are in the tree stumps, you're not going to get far, my friend. You're going to be very under level for bosses that you should be for level 4. So bear that in mind. And the next thing is there not enough, I hate to say this, but there's not enough random battles so you can take advantage of the leveling system. The random battles are great, and I like how they do it, and it detracts from people coming on stream and bidding on you. You get a heads up, well, there are people coming prepared for battle. But in the long run, you don't get as much battles as you need to level up. And if you really want to level up, as I said before, you gotta go on the side missions. You gotta do them again and again and again and again to even at least get a point of leveling up. And I think that's what they did that. That's why they did that. They made the side missions so you have a constant way to going in and doing over those missions again and again and getting the levels you need to progress in the story. But I felt that was poorly handled, because you could have got that still with the mini missions, and you could still have the story progressing at an even pace with the leveling system progressing the same way, and you have a flowing story. If you are just in it for the story, you're just going through, you really muddle down the experience that you have to go to a tree and train for like let's say an hour or two and get to a certain level and then go back doing the story. Now I say it's a bad thing, just to say a lot of people are going to say that's going to break the immersion for them and break the experience for them. And I understand that. This game has a flow about it, and if you break that flow that you've established so far, you're going to make the game bad for everybody else. But that's just my take on how I didn't like certain aspects of the game. I still consider this one of my favorite games, and if any of you guys have a Wii, I encourage you, get Muramasa the Demon Blade. It's worth every penny that I paid for it. My experience with Muramasa was a pleasant one. I would recommend this experience. Guys, I want to thank you for coming out for the very first episode of Gaming Experience for the Wii Experience Muramasa Demon Blade, and I hope you are ready for it a little bit more. I'm going to be doing, for right now, I only going to be doing Wii games, Wii games, but I want to tackle more things in the future. So I hope you look forward to all of the things I have planned, and like, favorite, subscribe, share with your friends, and maybe subscribe 100 people for the goal. Should be cool. I think that should be good. So in all, thanks guys for watching, and you have a nice time. I really don't know how to end these things.